All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kodash, which is the true name of the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, are two great kings, the gods that the King James Bible speaks of, which again, the true name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, who the world in ignorance calls Christ. True name is Yahweh Shai. Second of all, I want to give the honors to my elders and apostles of a great millstone. Elder Tahar and on down that rule and teach well. And third of all, I want to give a peace and safety to the whole out there, the brothers that push this truth, the truth of the King James Bible, and all truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. Alright, so I just want to do a short lesson, or however long the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai allows it to go. And I want to name the video, The Mirth of the Lands Are Gone. Alright. And Lord Wills, brothers can see on the screen, the inspiration for this lesson comes from this article that I have here. And this is for fair use purposes only. I'm not using this for any monetary gains, just for educational purposes only. Fair use, fair use. And the title of the article reads, New Year's Eve events canceled around the world as urgent warning issued. Full list. All right. So it says celebrations on New Year's Eve are being scrapped in cities around the world as local authorities fear terrorist threats in cities from Sydney to Paris. Thousands of people looking to celebrate the start of 2026 have had their plans stopped as reports of planned attacks have caused parties, fireworks, and live events to be canceled just days away from December 31st. It says many events started to be axed after the FBI uncovered a planned bombing attack in Los Angeles on New Year's Eve. Agents managed to arrest the four suspects during a planned rehearsal of their attack in Mojave Desert, it's like if I pronounced that wrong, just outside the city. Speaking at a press conference earlier in the month, the first assistant U.S. Attorney Bill Esselai, so like if I pronounced that wrong, showed surveillance footage taken by a drone in which the suspects could be seen trying to assemble a bomb in the desert. All right, so um let's look at this one here real quick. Yeah, so cities all around the world. All right, so look, they even, all the mirth, the Lord is eliminating all the mirth in the land. All right, it says New Year's Eve fireworks rules as police warn of huge fines. So I'm guessing they're gonna fine people if they're, popping fireworks. People planning to ring in the new year with fireworks are being warned about certain rules, as those who break them could face huge fines or even a spell in prison. All right, so no fireworks, no parties, no other events. The Lord is definitely snatching the mirth from the land, and not just here in Babylon the Great, all over the world. It says, according to minor U.S., the terror threat in Los Angeles has yet to officially cancel any of its New Year's Eve's events. However, elsewhere around the world, the same cannot be said. In Sydney, the wake of Bondi Beach shooting that killed 15 and 14 and injured 14 more Australians, largest city has canceled its fireworks display on the popular beach that often attracts upwards of 15,000 people. So Sydney's canceled theirs. Paris. Tokyo. So this is all around the world. All right, they're canceling the 4th of July celebration. So all the mirth in the land, the mirth of the land is, the mirth is ceasing around the globe. All right, not just in Babylon the Great, all around the globe. All right, so that's it. So yeah, the mirth is ceasing, man, definitely ceasing. People are planning on, bringing in, the New Year's Eve at some party or something like that. The Most High putting a stop to that shit, man. All right. And another thing I want to mention, which is, this isn't, all the way confirmed yet, but they're saying that J.P. Morgan Bank went belly up today. Well, Monday. Today now is so-called Tuesday. But I saw several videos with alternative media guys saying that J.P. Morgan went belly up Monday, or actually Sunday night. Which again, there's no proof of that, as far as I've seen, when I'm done with this video through the Spirit and Power of by Shem Yahushua, and see if I can get a little bit more information on it. But if that's true, if JP Morgan Bank did crash, or went belly up or whatever, all right, that means these big so-called too big to fail banks are being are crashing or tanking. Which, like a few years ago, you had what is it, Silicon Valley Bank go belly up. You had First Republic Bank go belly up. And now the super big banks, if this is true, which ultimately they will, or had the fiat currency system that they have will crash, and then ultimately they'll push digital money. All right, the CBDCs, or digital currency or whatever. Ultimately, that's what they're going to push, because most of these banks are exploring, or they're full force down with a CBDC, some form of a CBDC or digital currency. All right. So yeah, eventually they're going to push all these banks are going to do away with, or the fiat currency system that they're dealing under now is going to crash, and they're going to go to a digital money system. All right. So, if that is true, that's pretty big news if that is true. But, again, I haven't seen anything else about it today. So, but, I just got off. So, I'm going to try to look a little bit more into it before I knock out for the night. But anyway, yeah, the Lord is causing the mirth to cease globally. All right. Around the globe, the Lord is causing the mirth to cease. All right. All over the world. This is Isaiah chapter 24, verse 8. The mirth of the tabrets cease, the noise of them that rejoice in it. Right, the noise of them that rejoice in it. All right. Christmas wasn't about nothing. Halloween wasn't about nothing. Thanksgiving wasn't about nothing this year. All right. So the Lord said the noise of them that rejoice in it. Because again, these holidays, this year wasn't the same. It looks like New Year's Eve or New Year's Day won't be about nothing either. All right. The joy of the harp cease. They shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink should be bitter to them that drink it. Right? Usually people, on New Year's Eve or whatever, they drink, partying, having a good time. But the majority of them are going to be drinking, all right, and drowning in their sorrows. All right, which I did a video a few weeks back, showing that alcohol consumption has increased like crazy in this land. All right, around the world, but especially here in America. All right, why? Because people are catching hell and they're turning to the bottle to cope with it, or drugs or whatever. All right, verse 10: the city of confusion is broken down. Right, Babylon the Great. All right, which Babylon, the Hebrew word for Babylon is Babal, which means confusion. So this is the city of confusion, America, and really the whole world right now is under the vibration of confusion, if you will. All right, why? Because Esau, Edom, the devil, all right, the so-called white man, is running the show. All right, he's about nothing but confusion. All right, it's broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. There is a cry for wine in the street. Right, and people are going to be searching for this word, man, real soon. All right, people are going to be looking to, or they're going to be seeking the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and they're not going to find it. Because all hell is getting ready to break loose. All right, all joy is darkened. Right, all joy is darkened. All right, the mirth of the land is gone. Right, the mirth of the land is gone. All right, again, New Year's Eve events canceled around the world because they're saying of a major terrorist attack. And people just ain't in the spirit of celebrating, man. 'Cause people are catching hell like crazy. So, this is an excuse, saying that the reason why is because of a terrorist attack. But the Lord is ultimately just causing the mirth to cease. All right. Anyway, because of these terrorist attacks, people again go to these parties or go to the city or go in town or whatever and count down, or go to bars or whatever and count down. Now with this terrorist attack, they're being canceled. And this, is one way. Another way the Lord is causing the mirth to cease. And again, anyway, a lot of people just ain't in the spirit of celebrating because they're not looking forward to 2026. Because people, 2026 ain't gonna be no better, man. All right. There's a cry for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. Right, the mirth of the land is gone, and the city is left desolate, and the gates is smitten with destruction. Right, all joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. All right, nothing but darkness coming. All hell is getting ready to break loose upon this place. All right, and really, you shouldn't be in that spirit of celebration anyway. It said the times are evil, the days are evil. All right, this Ephesians chapter 5 verse 15. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. And it's not wise to go into a big crowd like that. Anyway, all right. Verse 16, redeeming the times because the days are evil. All right, the days are evil. All right, terrorist attack and all that. That all goes under the umbrella of evil times. All right, terrorist attack. Pipe bombs going off or whatever. All right, shootings. Last year you had in Louisiana. All right, or I think it was in New Orleans or whatever, which is in Louisiana. You had that guy drive his truck or whatever through a crowd of people. So we're just living in some evil times. So, anyways, regardless of not if they're shutting these places, these celebrations or whatever down, it's just not wise to be in crowds like that anyway. All right, it's just not wise. But yeah, the Lord is causing the mirth to cease. The Lord is causing the mirth to cease. People want to go out of town, go out and have a good time, so like it. But there's terrorist threats. All right, so people are gonna stay home. All right, people may have little small parties in the house, but this is another way the Lord is causing the mirth to cease. These celebrations or whatever being shut down completely. All right, that's stopping the mirth. All right, which is a good thing. And again, a lot of people just ain't in that spirit to celebrate. All right. Again, look at Halloween. Halloween wasn't about nothing. Thanksgiving wasn't about nothing. Christmas wasn't about nothing. That spirit just ain't there. All right. Why? Because the Lord is causing the mirth to cease in one way or another. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kwadash. Double honors again to my elders and apostles of a great millstone, and peace and safety to you, brothers. It pushes truth and sincerity. With that, I'm going to say shalom.